Evening all, hope you're doing all right. This is the 2021 model Super Adventure S, so Gen 3, as you all know very well. I'm always one for individualizing and modifying my bike, as you can tell. Bark busters, got the Outback Motorset crash bars, the dick lights, the exhaust, the tail pack, everything. I just like it to look a little bit different. So for the last year or so, I've been looking for a decal kit. You've probably seen a Bike Things video where Steve and the team there are giving away a GS which has got a decal kit on it. It looks really cool, really stands out from the crowd. And I've been trying to find one for this that I like. So many of them are way too loud. I mean, yes, you've got the argument that, yeah, you've got a KTM, you should probably have a loud coloured bike, but I'm not massively into really bright over-the-top bikes. Ironically, I know. And also I commute into London, so I don't want something that is so in your face out there that it attracts the wrong type of attention, be it police or theft. I've already got a loud enough exhaust and that makes a lot of echoes around London, which is great, but I don't want to attract even more attention of the wrong type by having a really ostentatious, really loud, look at me bike kind of thing. So I always gravitate towards the sort of more subtle decal kits, but I haven't found one that I like enough to buy it. Until today. Yeah. I have been chatting to a company called MotoProWorks, who you should be very aware of if you are a KTM owner. They are a decal company that specialises and are licensed by KTM. I found a kit that I really liked, and I then saw on their website that they offer for the chance to modify any of their kits. So if you find a kit that you like and it's not quite the right color, you want to add a bit more color, you want to take a bit of color away, you want to change a logo on it or whatever, you can do that. So what you do is you email them, you say, I really like this kit, but I want to change this, this and this. And they'll come back to you with a cost, or whether it's going to cost you anything to change that. If it's just a color, it might not cost you a penny. So I pinged MotoProWorks a message and said, this is the kit I really like and I'd like to personalise it a bit if I can. We got chatting about the YouTube channel, so I said to them, is there a way that I can get a discount code for my subscribers? So as the conversation ended, right behind me, I've got a complete decal kit for this bike and I'm now working with MotoProWorks. So if you're interested in this, not this, this, you want a piece of this? There is a link in the description to MotoProWorks website. There is also a discount code in the description to MotoProWorks, and yeah, let's get fitting. So this is the decal kit. As you may be able to see here, there's actually two boxes. I was actually very impressed. Basically, they sent me the first one. Before I'd even received that first one, I had a message from the woman over at MotoProWorks that I'd been chatting to, and she said, we realised there was a misprint. We've sent you the whole thing, but there's another parcel coming your way. I spent a good 20 minutes trying to find a problem with the kit that they'd sent me. Two of the KTM logos were slightly lighter than they should have been. Like, there should have been a bit more contrast. It's nice that a company has actually gone to that point where they go, yeah, I mean, that's not quite perfect, so we're going to send out another set just because we thought it wasn't quite right. So this is the Atlantic kit that they've got for the Super Adventure S. I think it also fits the R. These ones are the wheel decals. Now, as you can see, there's some holes here. It's because I've already started fitting parts of it. But to give you a rough idea, there are a load of these essentially panels of stickers. They're all numbered, so you've got 2, 4, 16, 3, but there's a load of parts like that. There is quite a useful, essentially, diagram of where they go. While I'm here, first impressions on the kit is actually really good. So these are the side panels that come with the Super Adventure S and the R. They're just pop on and off panels that you can get. So I did these earlier, or I did these the other night, just to sort of see how the kit handled, how easy it was to apply the decals. It's dry fit, so it's not wet fit, which is slightly more awkward. Like, wet fit's normally easier because you can spray the panel down, lay it down, and then sort of move it around. Dry fit's a bit more of a pain in the backside, and you do need something like a hairdryer to gently warm up the panel. I've put these on and off a couple of times to get it right. These rear ones were really easy to do because they just match the contours of the panel itself. This is my side panel. This is all part of the kit anyway. Up here they've got an MPW logo, MotoProWorks, and I think the number on the actual kit itself is 99. I obviously had this customized. It's got the Instagram and the YouTube logo up the top, and it says Sam V Bikes here. If there's a bit of a reflection, it's because I got a massive light right there. 23, not to go into too much depressing details, but that is for my brother, so a bit of a personalized touch. It's my brother's birthday. Technically it's actually both of my brother's birthdays, so you're welcome, Zach. There's the standard logos that come on the kit, which are for this specific kit. They're very tailored towards KTM. So you've got the WP suspension logo, the 1290 logo up the top, Twin Air, another KTM logo, MotoProWorks. So that is on both sides of the bike. It's very easy to peel off. And then if I try and tear this, it just, I mean, it does crinkle, but it just doesn't tear. It just doesn't tear at all, which is fantastic. If you actually went at it with a knife or something, obviously you could cut it, but I'm really impressed with the quality. It's quite thick material as well. These are pre-cut. I don't know whether you can see that. You can see the lines in them. Some parts of it, like that, will just pop open. Some parts are sort of like not quite there. If you've got long enough fingernails, you can get your fingernail and run it along there, like literally is what I've just done. What I did with the other ones was I just ran a Stanley knife along the edges just before I pull it out, just being very careful not to actually slice into the decal. I'm going to start in the middle of the bike up the top here, which I know you can't really see there. I'm hoping if I can get that bang in the middle, everything else down the sides will then be bang in the middle. Essentially use masking tape to put the decals on the bike without taking the backing off, so you can line it all up, make sure it looks great. Then you can peel it off and start working it in. Peel a little bit off and work your way up with, I just use a credit card, or I've got a work access card which I use. I'm going to wrap that in like a little bit of a microfiber cloth, not microfiber, but you know, like the chamois leather stuff that you use to clean glasses and whatever. The biggest thing you need to do is clean your bike within an inch of its life. And then I have this stuff. This is an alcohol-based cleaner that came with my ceramic coating kit that Steve at a bike thing sent me. This is essentially just an alcohol cleaner. So I'm going to use this to wipe down all the panels. Now, as I mentioned, that is the Atlantic kit. It is not the stock kit. The thing I like about this bike at the moment is it's very grey, but you've got the pops of colour. I'll put this on screen as well somewhere. But I asked for the strip that goes up the side that says Super Adventure to be orange. That obviously goes into this middle section as well. This was all grey. You can also see that right there. So this is now orange and black rather than grey and black. So I think it just stands out a little bit more. The 1290 logos are all white. I have also asked for the KTM logos on the side to be white, and this Ready to Race logo here goes just behind the headlights. Again, this centre bit here was grey. I just asked them to make it orange. Very small tweaks, but I personally think it makes the kit pop a bit more. I'll put the cost of the kit as standard on screen, because some people decided that Brexit was a good idea. There is an import duty, unfortunately, but most of the kits you get nowadays come from Europe. I know there's a few in the UK that are smaller companies, but most of the big ones are in Europe. So you're gonna get some import on it. Anyway, I'm going to clean some panels, I'm going to get this on, and I'll bring you back along the process. So I'm going to turn you off because you're overheating and I'm getting a flashing warning light on the GoPro already. I'm also sweating, so I want to face that fan at my face. And let's see if we can not screw this up, shall we? Well, should we just say that there's no going back now? Yeah. The stock decal is gone. There is a little bit of a sticker residue. You can probably see that shine, but I'm going to try and get that off. I have got some sticky stuff remover, so I'm going to use that, and if that fails, then I've got some old WD-40 which works for everything, as everyone knows. Stay. Cut to a day later, and I'm in a different t-shirt. I'm on my phone, which is why I keep looking over here, because I'm looking at the screen rather than the camera. But I thought I'd just show you how I've got on so far. So I have done all the centre panels that I said I was going to do. I've done some of the side panels, and I did one of the big panels on the side yesterday. Everything else went okay apart from that big side panel, and this is why I'm bringing you back now to show you this. Again, I'm on my phone, so I'm sorry about any crap audio or any shaking because it's me. I wanted to quickly show you this. Can you see the shiny bits? That is from the old decals. So, as most of you can see, that sticker residue there, that's completely fine. The difficulty is, getting all that off is fine, that's not a problem. The difficulty is, there's a really hard line on the edge. I tried sticker residue remover, I tried WD-40, I've tried various different things to get that off. I even tried machine polishing it with a cutting compound. That's really aggressive, but I couldn't get it off completely, so I tried wrapping over the top of it. Now, if anyone knows what wraps are like, you can see everything through them. So I ended up peeling it back off, losing the stick from that other panel, ended up using a Stanley blade to essentially just take off that edge. A little bit of a tip from Mr. Ollie Ray is, once it's lost the stick, use some very strong hold hairspray. It gives it everything you need. Let me show you the other side. So it's not quite perfect, and it does need a little bit of extra love. Now, I haven't done down the bottom here, I need to do it, but can you see this big line here that comes all the way in and back around here? That was a huge line through the middle here, and it looked awful, like really, really bad. So I'm actually going to take this bottom section back off and redo it. I have actually got a backup panel of the other side. I've got a backup panel both sides actually. I'm going to do this side, see if I can get this absolutely spot on, then we'll go from there. Something to be wary of if you're taking your original decals off. Right, so this will be the third t-shirt that you've seen, and day 4 of doing this, I think. Bearing in mind, it doesn't normally take this long to do it, it's just because I'm having to work full time, so I'm just doing a little bit in the evening, and I don't want to rush this. I don't really have any proper set time to do it because this video is going up Sunday. I did my 30,000 mile review last weekend and I spent all weekend doing it. And then this weekend coming, that bike is going off to KTM to get some additions on it. The weekend after this one is ABR. So I've got my hands full, so bear with me. I thought I'd bring you an update because the last update I did before the bit that you've just seen, I showed you a few side panels and bits like that I'd done, and it was really dark in this garage, like really, really dark. I thought it was fine, it looked like it came out on the camera. The bit that I mentioned about the hard lines around the edge of the stickers, I've used a load of these things to get that off on the other side. Other than the left side panel, so far I am really happy with this. It's come out really, really nice. It's been very easy, apart from those big side panels as you'd expect. You guys should be able to see there is a bit of a reflection. But we've got a Super Adventure decal here that comes all the way down the side. There's one in the middle which has a KTM logo up the top here, but you obviously can't see it because the screen's in the way. 1290 logo there that runs down the side to match the other side. This is the front mudguard, which I actually think looks really nice. MotoProWorks in the middle, KTM logo, and obviously matches the other side. All of the gaps are bang on, which I'm really, really happy with. Even the ones that go round the nuts here. So it's not absolutely perfect. You can still, in the right angles, you can still see some of the lines, but this panel is so much better. Just spotted a bubble, I'm gonna have to get that out. And then these are the side panels that I showed you earlier. They fit in really nicely, but as you can see, this panel, like, I'm really not happy with this. I have got a spare one of this side because this is the reprint. I'm going to take this one off and just replace it with the other one. And then these are the front ones, which I think looks really nice. There's a nice cutout for the KTM emblem as well. I have just realised as well that I haven't got my discount code yet for these guys. It's going to be 15%. It will be in the description as soon as I've got it. It might not be in the description when you're watching this video because I forgot to ask them to set it up. It's done. I've done quite a bit today. It's not absolutely perfect, but
for the first wrap that I've ever done, I'm actually quite impressed with myself. The kit itself is actually really easy to fit, so that definitely helps. The panels not being properly clean does impact it a lot. Obviously, you had to spend quite a bit of time cleaning underneath the panel and getting that excess crap off. For the most part, every decal took 5-10 minutes, if that, and it was just, you work out how to do one side and how it goes on, and then you just repeat it on the other side. Make sure that panel's clean, fine. I do need to go around and pop a few of the air bubbles that are underneath the decal, but there's just the odd one that I've just spotted whilst I've been filming this bit. So obviously you've all seen this. This is the one that was horrendous. It was really bad. I took off the old panel. I just thought, sod it, I'm gonna get rid of it. Took off the old panel. This is the spare one. Surprise, surprise, there is actually sun in the UK, so some of it might be light and some of it might be dark. So you've got the 1290 Super Adventure sticker there. You've got the KTM one up here that goes all the way down. If I come down to the swing arm, you've got 3 in here. We've got a MotoProWorks one that comes down the side here. Ready to race logos. And as I said before, this bit was grey in the original one, so I've changed that to orange, and I think that's made quite a bit of a difference. You look in there, swing arm that is hidden behind the exhaust, and it's still got them in, which I just think is brilliant. As you can see, it's a bit of a mess in the garage. This one was designed to go onto the exhaust heat shield. Obviously, I'm not going to put that on because mine is carbon fiber. I've got the handguard ones, which aren't going to go on either because I have the bulk busters. And the last one is that one there, which is to go onto the chain guard. But again, carbon fiber. We all buy carbon fiber, not because of the weight, we buy it because it looks cool. So all in all, really happy with the bike. It's not too in your face, it's not too much for the bike. I think it just looks smart. It could be a decal kit that comes out of KTM themselves. I'm super impressed with it. I'm not going to show you the whole bike. Next week will be this bike's reveal. It have a new pair of shoes on it and a few other bits. That's going to piss some people off, I know that, but I'm not going to show you the whole bike. You'll have to wait until next week's video to see the whole finished bike. Sorry bros. I'll see you next week.